So I've got this Electron e-wheel for my bike. I really like it because it's pedal assist. So it only is the motor only turns if I'm pedaling, and it has a couple settings like low, normal, and high. And what I like about it is when I have it on the lowest setting, um, you can barely tell what it's doing, but it actually can sense hills. And so what I like about the low setting is that it still gives me a workout, but it levels out the hills for me. Um, it actually does exactly what I wanted. I moved a few years ago. I moved on the other side of a river from where my office is, and so my bike ride to work is uphill both ways, and it's a really steep hill, and so this really does just level out those hills for me while still giving me a workout. Um, Sometimes I just turn it off actually until I get to the hill, which is really easy to do. You just reach down and press the button. Sorry, you reach down and press the button that's on your pedal arm. That's the pedal sensor. I don't have that out here. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. It was sort of an experiment. It's about 500 bucks, I think, is what I paid for it, and it was an experiment to see, like, would it actually do what I wanted, or was this not the solution? And it really is. It really kept me on my bike. I'm pushing 40 now. Going up those hills was not the best start to my day as it was when I was in my 20s. And so, yeah, when this thing dies on me, my next bike will probably be a proper, full-on e-bike. But as an experiment, this was a really good one. And so, if you're on the fence about it, I would strongly suggest you give it a try. It's not that expensive. Okay, so I've had this Electron sort of e-wheel for my bike for about 2 years now. This isn't really a review. There's lots of good ones for that I'll let you find. But I've had to open it up a couple times to do some maintenance, which is actually pretty easy, so I thought I'd make a video of that. One thing to watch out is that basically you have 8 of these nylon screws. They seem to be 11 millimeters, but they are nylon, so you definitely don't want to strip them. But you can just take those out pretty easily, and then you're inside. Now, there's a couple things. The charger and the button are attached. Okay, so both of these you can actually unhook these so we can get in here a little more easily. There we go. So now I can just take this off, and I can get in here and work. So we take a little tour on the inside while we've got this open. There's a chip on this side that my guess is, the computer, how you communicate with it, with the Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff. It's got some kind of thing over here, which is probably regulating the power, 4 batteries, and 400 watt motor in here. It's an impressive piece of technology. But as you can see, my batteries have come loose. So when this thing is turning, these things are just rattling back and forth. It squeaks, it bangs, and I'm afraid the thing is going to rattle itself apart. So I can't actually tell how these things are held on, but it sort of looks like they might be, so this part's metal. It looks like they might just be like loosely welded onto here, and that those welds must have broken. This thing is rattling a lot if you hit bumps on the road and all kinds of stuff, so it doesn't surprise me that the thing sort of rattles itself apart. I've had this for 2 years, and it's still going really well. You can see there's some mud on it, so I've been, even taking this thing down forest paths occasionally, and so, the thing's going to rattle itself apart. So what I'm going to try to do is maybe zip tie this thing back together just against the spokes so these don't rattle. And I may just do all of them while I'm in here, because my guess is the 2 that aren't rattling are going to come apart next. So there isn't that much to attach to. I think what I'm going to do is I've got these really big zip ties. Let's see if these will go all the way around the battery. If we zip 2 together, get like a double long one. There we go. Give me something to hold on to. And I'm going to do 2, I think. And then I can use the little zip ties to sort of clamp onto these ones and just pull the battery up against the spokes. The spokes are all hidden underneath of the plastic casing, so that should do just fine. There we go, no more rattling. So I'm just going to go around and do all 4 while I've got this open, because only 2 of them are loose right now, but my guess is they're all going to come out eventually. Okay, so there we go. I just put 2 zip ties around each battery and then zipped those onto the spokes, so it keeps these from rattling. Only 2 of them were loose, but I did all 4 just in case they're, fixing to come loose next. You probably want to have them all kind of facing the same way just to maintain balance. I don't know how much that matters, but I'd rather not find out. The other time I opened this, I didn't film it, but this little nut had rattled loose, and so the button was sort of coming loose. That was trivial. You just find the nut, which is on the wires, and screw it back on. And that's the other thing that had happened was, and it was my own fault, the plug got stuck, and I wrenched it, and it broke this was originally held on by nylon screws, and it sort of broke part of the housing, which was a pain. So all I did was get some metal bolts and nuts and some washers, from Ace Hardware or something, and then just put the housing back on. And these are little lock nuts, so it shouldn't rattle itself out really much at all. So if your wheel's under warranty still, you probably would void the warranty by opening it, but my hope is I can get another year or 2 out of this before it breaks down. And yeah, so that's a really simple repair that you might want to consider if you're getting that rattling on the inside. My guess is that this was going to get worse before it got better, so I was happy to get in here before the whole thing rattled itself to pieces. Hopefully this helped you. If it did, subscribing would really help me, and share this with your friends, leave a like, and thanks for watching.